Yes, hello world, it's your ever delightful, incredibly rugged, good-looking individual broadcasting live again. Joshua T is here. Hello Joshua T. It is 10:17 PM Saturday night here in Oz, Feb 13. I was toying up whether I'd broadcast it on. I'm feeling pretty tired, as a matter of fact. But I thought, why not? Now, someone asked me if I heard of the Emu War. I think it was one or two broadcasts ago. And I hadn't. It was totally new to me. So I looked it up on Google. And it happened in 1932 here in Australia. In Western Australia, in an area in Western Australia where there were 20,000 emus had invaded the place and were getting into the wheat crops. So the army was set in, armed with submachine guns. No, I don't watch football games, no. Are you talking about the Indigenous All-Stars versus the... Marmaluke's here. Hello, Marmaluke. Yeah, my day was okay. It tired me out. I'm feeling pretty tired, as a matter of fact. I don't know why I bothered doing this broadcast. I don't think I'll be doing it for very long. Might end up falling asleep. Yeah, hello, Double X Rad. Yes, I'm Matt. Yes, how are you? How are you, Matt? Are you well? Hope so. Yes, it's quite a nice evening outside tonight. Just on 25 degrees C in my shed. Yes, everything got sorted out. It seemed it was my fault all along. Not YouNow, but I unwittingly had logged in using my Facebook account when I should have been using my Google account. But that didn't really make sense because I'd logged in to begin with, and I've been able to broadcast for near on 4 weeks, and no problem at all. And then all of a sudden, I don't know. It's one of those things. I did rant and rave a bit about YouNow and called them almost a bunch of so-and-sos, but no, it wasn't their fault at all. It was down my end. Yeah, but anyhow, my friend over who lives in Stoneford, Illinois, he sorted it out for me. He found out what the problem was. He's the computer professional. So yes, it's all well and good now. It said John's Books asp.com.au is not a site. Wow. What video are you talking about, Matt? Made you cry? Are you talking about emphysema, man, or are you talking about hitting the head with a mud nest? You couldn't get on the link. Oh, are you talking about Creative Space? Marmaluke, are you talking about going onto my website, or are you talking about getting onto Create Space? John's Books. Well, it should be there. You sure you typed it in right? It should come up, John's Books, asp.com.au. My website's still going. Bird's nest. I wonder that video hasn't gone viral. I don't know. It's not very often you get a chance to upload a video like that. I was hoping it might have gone viral. Yes, I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to check that out when I finish this broadcast. But it should be there, John's Books, ASP. Oh, have you? Thank you. On my behalf. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you couldn't get onto the website. But, yes, well, what's your Facebook? Portsmouth UC. Portsmouth, UK, I imagine. 1,863 fans. 1863. Oh, that was the second year of the American Civil War, wasn't it? Or was it 1861 to 65? Might have been the second year of the American Civil War. Yes, well, I mean, look, if you give me your contact, I need an email address to upload it, but Miss Lord Murder is here. Hello. Hello, Tiff. How are you? And Chantel Torvillis is here. Torvillis. You have me on, yeah, but I can't upload without an email address. I don't think. No, Tiff, no, she hasn't come back, no. It was just one of those things, Tiff, you know, I just made a comment, an innocent comment, all in good fun, all in jest, and she took it seriously. Alright, but, oh, thanks, Matt. Thank you very much for that. Alright. .net, you can, I can use that to email it to you, can I, Marmalade? Don't desert me now, you might not come back. Oh, 400 likes, 2 thumbs up, thank you very much, Marmalade. Yeah, What, just that's your email address, is it? I've got to be certain that's your email address. Just seems an odd email address, but Dusty Balls is watching. Hello, Dusty Balls. Welcome to the broadcast, Dusty Balls. Are they? I just want to make this clear, Mama Luke, that that's your email address. Alright, so if I upload to that email address, you should get the book. I better make a note of that, because as everyone knows, once you finish the broadcast, you lose these comments. I really am feeling tired. Where'd it go? Don't do that. Stay there. Stay there, please. Thank you. Stay there. Alright, I got it. Sorry. Not at net. At net. Yeah, that's what I got. At net, yeah. So it's capital letters, is it? Okay. 725 at net. Will do. Okay. Will do. No problem. Either or. You got me concerned now. I'm going to have to check out to see if my website's still there. Oh, thank you. You wanted aggravation, didn't you? A copy of aggravation. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll do it. No worries at all. Now go and take your dog for a walk. Okay. Thank you, Mama Luke. Thank you very much for the heart. Yes, what was I saying? Oh, yes, someone asked me if I knew about the Emu War. I've never heard of it before. And it was something that went on here in Australia in 1932, in Western Australia, in an area where they were... It was just toward the end of the Great Depression. And emus, hordes of them, 10 to 20,000 invaded the area, and they were knocking down fences and ruining crops. So forces were sent in, ex-soldiers that had once been had fought First World War, and they went in with I think it was Lewis submachine guns, 303 calibre, and they were there supposed to get into these emus, but it wasn't very successful. I think they only got about 20 or 30, and so it wasn't a very successful war against the emu. And they tried to shoot from vehicles, but the rough country and the emus had them lost. The emus simply easily outpaced the vehicles, and the soldiers couldn't shoot from the vehicles because they were bouncing up and down, up and down. So anyhow, but evidently many years later, maybe a decade and a half later, the government brought in a bounty on emus, and I think something like 57,000+ were killed. And there are outcries by conservationists, especially in the United Kingdom, that they would make the species cocaine, not the white powder that you. Yeah. So anyhow, that's what the emu war is about. Anyhow, but no, I can assure you, the emu is not even close to extinction. There are millions of them in this country. Cocaine. Why does everyone hate you? I have no idea. Is there any reason why they would hate you? Are you an obnoxious individual? Are you a loudmouth? Do you cuss and scream and carry on? I don't know. It's You'd have to tell me a little bit about yourself, cocaine. Maybe that's what I needed, to sniff a white powder to wake me up a bit. I've never tried drugs. Never been interested in drugs. How did I know what? That you're obnoxious and a loudmouth and a hoodlum and a stand. Well, that's why everyone hates you. So why ask me that question? If you know why everyone hates you, change your attitude. Simple. Or do you enjoy being hated? Maybe you have a fetish for being hated. Oh, do they? Okay, fair enough. I don't see what you're complaining about then. Who cares if the guys hate you, as long as the girls dig it? Cool. I mean, good luck to you. Unless, of course, you're joking with me. You're not joking with me, are you, cocaine? Okay, you're welcome, cocaine. Yes. Yes, there was something else I was going to say. Oh yes, Australian physicists have suddenly, well, it seems that they've discovered the beginning of the Big Bang. It happened about 15 billion years ago. It looks like the event horizon, it's called. I only caught a quick snippet of the story on the news, but I think it was an animation of what they found. But it proved Einstein's theory correct. You know, E equals mc squared. Energy is equal to mass times the speed of light squared. What that means is that you can't ever reach the speed of light, because the faster you go, the more energy you require, and the more energy you take in, the bigger the vessel becomes. So it becomes exponential as the faster you go. So that you'll never reach the speed of light. But yeah, it's interesting stuff, isn't it? So anyhow, I don't know what that actually had to do with Einstein's theory of relativity, but it's interesting stuff. Energy equals the mass. Yes, if you could travel at the speed of light, time would cease to exist for those aboard the craft that are travelling at the speed of light. So you could go on a craft that was travelling at Daniel Smalto is here. Hello, Daniel Smalto, and welcome to the broadcast. Yeah, so if you get on a spacecraft that could travel at speed of light, well, you'd virtually stay young forever. And when you got back to planet Earth, thousands or millions of years could have gone by. Quite frightening idea, isn't it? Very interesting stuff, just like time travel. Now, I believe time travel is possible. Einstein believed it was too. Who knows, maybe they have been travelling back in time. One of these clandestine operations somewhere. And that's why everything keeps happening, because for every action there's an equal but opposite reaction. So maybe these people have gone back in time, changed something, and we don't know. We just accept it the way it is now. We have no idea what's going on. I'm okay, thank you, Dan. I'm pretty tired. Oh, sorry, I had to jot down someone's email address. I'm just making sure I got it right. He wants a copy of my first published novel, Aggravation, as an e-book, for free. I make that, but he said he couldn't get onto my website, which troubles me a little bit, because I'm sure my website's still up and running. I'll have to investigate when I finish the broadcast. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, travelling at the speed of light and time travel. I don't see why you can't travel back in time. Must be some way to make it happen. I don't know about travelling to the future. Not like Back to the Future, but with the flux capacitor and the DeLorean. It was terrific entertainment. I really enjoyed those movies. The flux capacitor. Yes, it's rather mind-boggling to think what science has achieved and what they will achieve in the future. Things are happening every day. It's 10:34 p.m. Saturday night, Daniel. It's February 13th. And once again, my friend in California, Minnie Mittenland, didn't pop in. Well, she popped in and popped out again, just like the wind. I was okay. I made a short video upload. I called it vlog number 4, but I suppose I shouldn't have, but anyhow. I've been doing a vlog called Home with the Hamptons, but this one was just a short video. I had a line trimmer breakdown the other day, and I couldn't get access to fix it, so I shot it. No, I didn't actually shoot it. It's just a funny sort of video, that's all. I haven't had any comments on it. I think I've had about 25 views since it was uploaded. But no, it just popped into my mind. I've got to go and buy a new line trimmer now. You went to Florence. And what was the weather like in Florence? Daniel? Pardon me. Is not your school's in Florence? Isn't Florence the capital of Venice? Or have I got my geography wrong? You go to school in Florence. Alright. Is it just, what are you in? High school? Primary school? Yeep. Yeah. So, what are you in? What age are you, Daniel? Oh, university. So what, you're in your late teens? And what are you studying at university? What subject? Or subjects even. What do you want to be? What do you want to become? Philosophy. I thought once about studying psychology, but I'm glad I didn't, because I still can't understand people, and I think if I'd been a psychologist it would have driven me nuts. Yeah, well, good luck to you. Philosophy, eh? So what does a professional philosophist do? Nazaka Thusan 43. Welcome, Nazaka Thusan. A little bit of a tongue twister there. Just arrived for Mama Luke's invite. Yes, I often get invites and I check out the people's broadcast. Don't understand these sleeping squad broadcasts. What's the point? That's not really a broadcast, is it? It's pitch black. Have to be careful what you do. You'd want to remember that the camera was on. You wouldn't want to put the light on and, you know, get friendly with your partner, if you know what I mean. If you're on camera. Okay, Daniel. See you later. Oh, I don't know. Yes, I think some of you will know. Yes, see you, Daniel. Bye. Ciao. You know, I could never understand why it's spelled C-I-A-O. You know, it's not like chow, you know, C-H-A-W. C-I-A-O is pronounced chow. Oh. Yes, my Joshua T. Yes. Some of you probably know Minnie Mittenland. She's obviously, I think she's been broadcasting for a little while. Well, it's her, I think it's her 16th birthday tomorrow in the United States, which is the 13th. Here it'll be, tomorrow will be Valentine's Day in Australia. Now I'm not giving my wife a card or flowers or chocolates or anything like that. No, we're long past doing those sort of things. We buy things all the time for each other. You know, if you see something, you buy it. It might even be a simple thing. It might be a block of chocolate or something like that. You know? I am tired. Yeah, so Minnie Mittenland, tomorrow in America, the 13th, will be, I think, Sweet 16. I added her as a Skype contact, but she hasn't been online. Or when she does go online and online, she sees me, maybe, and she goes off quick smart. She's gone on. I mean, maybe she doesn't want to talk to me. I don't know. Well, I don't know what gets in the head of a 16-year-old teenager. I'm hard pressed to remember what got in my mind when I was 16 years of age. That's 51 years ago. Is any wonder I can't remember? You know, I was going to do a bit of a reading from my book Aggravation, and I don't know, I think I'm a bit too tired. I might do it another broadcast. Read a few thousand words, give you an idea what the book's like, because Mama Luke wants Aggravation uploaded to it for him. But this bit about my website, it's a bit troublesome. I don't understand why you couldn't get onto it. And this, well, even if you didn't type in exactly the website address, you'd probably still get there. I don't know. Very dry in the mouth. Excuse me, another sip of tea. I suppose Miss Little Murder's gone. Or maybe she just wanted to pop in to see what was wrong with One Solitary Tear. Evidently they had a conflict in comments. And it was from a remark I made, but it was all in good fun. It wasn't anything serious. I just said, Miss Little Murder has a go at me all the time, but I enjoy it. I think Michelle, One Solitary Tear, took it seriously, and she told her not to do that to me. Isn't she a good lady? Yeah. But no, I don't have any problems with Miss Little Murder. She's from what I read from her profile, she's a tattooist graffitiist. I wonder where she does her graffiti. I hope it's not on public property. she mustn't be here, otherwise she probably would have answered me. Your time goes quick. It's 25. I've been here on. Excuse me, I've got an itchy nose. 25 minutes. You know, there can't be many people who actually do broadcasts under the tag of talk, because I always end up being number one on talk, which I am now. Geez, I've got something. Excuse me. No, they're probably all in the sleeping squad. Yeah. I don't know. It takes a lot to sit here for for an hour or so and talk, unless you get a good flow of comments that you can talk and say. You've always got to rack your brain trying to come up with things to talk about. And right now, my brain is telling me it's almost time to go to bed. I've had too many late nights, early mornings. It begins to take its toll. Right now, I think if I closed my eyes, I'd be asleep in less than 10 seconds. Yeah. No, well, I haven't got a lot watching, and there's no comments flowing. Come on, people. There's some comments flowing. Cheers. So anyhow, if you happen to know Minnie Mittenland or Brittany, wish her a happy birthday tomorrow. In the United States, February 13th. It's her birthday. I left her a birthday greeting on her Skype page, but she hasn't looked at it. So anyhow, you can only try, can't you? You can only do these things, and if people don't respond, that's their choice. I have no influence on people. No influence on people whatsoever. You know, sometimes you catch things out of the corner of your eye, in your peripheral vision, and you swear blind you see something shoot past you. That's what I just saw then. Might have been a reflection of the light in my glasses, who knows? Or maybe it's an hallucination. Yes, the Emu War. All those emus. I mean, we have more, I've said this before, we've got more kangaroos in Australia than we have people. There's only 23 million people in Australia, and we've got more kangaroos than that. You know, some areas out in the country, you can be driving along the roads at night, and there's literally scores of kangaroos. You've got to be real careful. They just bounce straight out in front of your car. And there's been some nasty accidents because cars that are low at the front, aerodynamic wise, they hit the bonnet and they roll up and hit the windscreen. Smith Codgy. Hello, Smith Codgy. Just arrived from Matt's invitation. Well, thank you very much for joining the broadcast on this Saturday night here in Australia at 10:45. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for that. I will return the compliment as soon as I finish this broadcast. You know, we've had here in Australia in the it probably started in the early 20s. We ended up with a rabbit plague here in Australia. I mean, there were literally hundreds of millions of rabbits. Invited Miss Michaela, 1996, invited 1,660 fans. Something on the roof. Could be a possum, or I know. 1,665 fans. Wow. Don't know. They have all sorts of things on the roof. Yeah, it could be a possum, could be a cat, could be a rat. It could even be a flying fox. We have flying foxes around here because there's a tree next door that has dates on it. It's a date palm. And the flying foxes feast on those. And they're always dropping the seeds in our yard, and next door's yard too, of course. But yeah, we got millions of flying foxes around here where I live. You see them flood the sky in the evening as they go out and... No, I won't shoot the possum. No, I wouldn't shoot the possum. I had one take up residence in my shed once. During the summer, I used to leave the rear garage door open. Well, front garage door, really. And this possum came and made its home in the hollow of the roller door. And I flushed it out. You've had 2 possums attack one of your horses. Wow, I didn't think they were so aggressive. But then again, they're powerful little creatures. I flushed this one out and I grabbed it by the tail, and it wedged itself in between the wall and what else was there. And I'm pulling and pulling, I couldn't get it out. It's squealing and carrying on, and I just... Really? Are you talking about possums or flying foxes? Yes, so anyhow, I lured it out. I put some banana down, left the door open, the side door, put some banana down. Yeah, that lured it out, and off it went. Well, no, flying foxes carry the Hendra virus. We've had the Hendra outbreak up here. It's very lethal. It's quite lethal, actually. We've had scores of horses suffer the Hendra virus in Queensland and northern New South Wales. It's killed scores of horses, and a couple of people have died from it as well. It comes from their feces. When they go up in the trees, they drop their feces down in the troughs and feed in buckets and so on, and that's how the animal gets infected. You can inoculate against it, but we've had several outbreaks of the Hendra virus carried by flying foxes. I know that they're quite lovely little animals. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes, one of the well-known Australian trainers, Vic Rail, I think it was, he fell victim to the Hendra virus. They couldn't save him. And now we've got this new virus. What's it called? The Zika virus? Causing birth defects in babies. It's in Australia now. There's been 2 cases reported, and it looks like some of the Australian scientists, a group of graduate scientists, are working on a vaccine for it. Good luck to them. The sooner the better. Have you seen the images of the children born because of that Zika virus? No, they have swollen heads, and it's quite tragic. Yeah, I still have the effects of mosquito virus. I got Ross River fever, and it comes and goes. It's a bit like malaria. You know, the attacks come and go, but when they come, maybe I've got it right now, because it makes you feel very tired, makes you feel like you've got a bad case of the flu. Aches and pains, tiredness, lethargy. But at least I'm immune to it now. Yeah, Ross River. It's rife here in Coffs Harbour with the mosquitoes, plus the dengue fever, and there is another fever as well that they carry here in this area. But my doctor said, well, at least you'll be immune to it. I said, well, that's good to know, Doc, but he said it'll keep coming back. And it does. I've had a couple of attacks of it. and it does knock you around for a few days. I think that maybe that's why I'm feeling so tired today. Just had no energy, and it makes you very sleepy. So where are you from again, Michaela? Yeah, I can understand that. Just no energy at all. Just feel so tired. I'm Mount Hotham, that's right. I'm hard pressed to keep up with people from. There's another woman comes on here who's from the. Hello, Mr. John. Well, thank you. That is so polite. Jordan O. Welcome, Jordan O, to the broadcast. It's I'm in Australia. It's Saturday night. It's 10:52, and I'm feeling very tired. Otherwise, I'm okay. Except I'm nearly out of tea. Isn't it refreshing to someone to call you Mr. John? Very polite. But you can call me anything you like, as long as you don't call me late for dinner. That's an old saying that goes way back. Yes, this is my shed office. It's a terrific place, isn't it? Yes. Yes, there's everything here I need to do all my welding and a little bit of woodwork now and then, but mainly welding and plasma cutting and all that sort of stuff. Oh yes, I'm well equipped. Yeah, lots of tools. There'd easily be $10,000 worth of tools in this shed, easily. You know, it could be more than that. Your accent, Sarah J. I'm an Aussie. G'day, mate. Struth, crikey. Throw another barbie on the. Throw another shrimp on the barbie. Yes, I'm an Aussie through and through. Born and bred in Australia. Where are you from, Sarah J? I'm retired. I don't work anymore. No, both my wife and I are retired now. Yes, isn't it? Yes, that was always the funny thing about the Paul Hogan ad. And I live in Perth. Well, that's about 4,000 kilometres to the west from where I am, Perth. Yes, it's on the west coast, and I'm way on the east coast. I'm 5 kilometres west of the South Pacific Ocean, and or the Tasman Sea, as it's called. Well, I'm feeling fairly relaxed. Yeah, feeling very relaxed, as a matter of fact. I was saying how sleepy I feel. Maybe I'll just switch over to the sleeping squad and just leave the broadcast going. I don't really understand that. Why would you want to go onto someone's broadcast if they're sleeping? You know, I've accidentally gone onto a couple. Someone's invited me to a broadcast, and they've been on the sleeping squad. It's pitch black. The screen's pitch black. I have 2 adult sons. I don't know who Carl Kennedy is. I don't watch Neighbours. No, I've never watched Neighbours, never been a fan. But that's interesting. Carl Kennedy. Oh, one's 31 and one's 34. Well, we'll be 34 this year. And me, I'm nearly 68. And tonight I'm feeling every year of those 68 years. Well, I'll be 68 on the 4th of March. I'm a Pisces. But that's as far as... You're from the UK. Whereabouts in the UK, Sarah? There's another lady comes on here who's from the UK somewhere. And another lady on Google Plus who, I think she lives in Gloucestershire. She often comments on the videos I share. Yeah, I think it's her. Yeah. So whereabouts in the UK? No, they have no family. No, my wife's very disappointed. Shropshire. Shropshire. Okay. Hello, Austin. The forgotten ones. Mustn't be too long before your deployment. Yeah. Your deployment over to Iraq. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Yourself? Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. And yourself? It's this coming Monday. You're off overseas to Iraq. They just don't want to have children. That's their choice. My wife's very disappointed she's not going to become a grandmother. Ove. That's Yiddish for so be it. So, Austin, are you excited as well as a little afraid of being deployed over to Iraq? No, my boys are not with us, no. No, one lives in Port Macquarie, about 200 kilometres south of where I am, and one lives here in my hometown. Yeah, on both counts, I imagine. Yes, the other boy lives with his girlfriend here in my hometown. She's got children, teenage children. I don't see her anymore because I had a run-in with her because she's a lazy cow. She just wouldn't do anything to help. She'd come around. Well, I saw my younger boy only a week ago. He came up for a few days. He was on holidays. But other than that, don't see him all that often. My elder boy, who lives here in my hometown, he popped in today, as a matter of fact. But he usually pops in every other day. Yeah. He wants to make up a turntable. He's got the device because he's got an online business and he wants to have a turntable to show some of his stock. He sells pop vinyls and those sort of things online. But yeah, so he wants to make up this turntable. I already thought he had one, but evidently he wants to make up another one. Whatever he wants to do, doesn't bother me. I'm easygoing. So, it must be a cat. It must have been a cat on the roof. I just saw something shoot across the yard. It must be a cat that was on the roof. We get big frogs on the roof when it rains. You can hear them blom, 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 blom across the roof. And they're very boisterous at times. Varrock, varrock, varrock. But they're harmless. And who, just my... Yeah, Valentine's Day, yes. That's tomorrow for us here at Oz. Yes, only my wife and I live together. Only my wife in the house, and I. And at present she is in her office in the house, and she may be watching a movie, she may be crocheting, or she may be sound asleep in her favourite chair, which isn't unusual. So whenever I go up to nuke another mug of tea, I always check on her to make sure she's okay. We're not getting any younger. We've got to keep an eye on each other. But yeah, Valentine's tomorrow, eh? Day tomorrow. I don't know, Austin. Do you know Mini Midland? You're in your tent, your house on... Okay. Are you going to... will you be able to live broadcast in Iraq? Is there an app to be able to do that? Show us what you're doing over there? Right. Sarah J, it's 2 minutes past 11 in the PM, Saturday night, here in Australia. Now, I asked before, Austin, do you know Minnie Mittenland? Minnie Mittenland, she goes under the name of, she broadcasts on YouNow, and it's just that it's her birthday tomorrow in the United States, Feb 13. I think she turned 16. She was 12:05 PM. Yeah, that'd be right. Yep. Yes, that's yes. I don't know. Some of you might. Well, you might remember. She just sort of a co-host in one of my earlier broadcasts, and we became friends after that. At 6:03 AM. It's early. What are you doing up so early? Oh, that's right. Yes, you're in the army now. Or is it the Marines? Special Forces? No, it wouldn't be Special Forces. You wouldn't be old enough to be Special Forces. Army. No, I'm serious. You wouldn't be old enough or have the experience and expertise to become in a special unit, special squad. What do we call it here? SAS. Yeah. They're a bunch of tough men, they are. And I'm not being sexist there, because I don't think there are any women in the Special Armed Forces here in Australia. They may be overseas, but from my knowledge, not here in Australia. Just too dry. Yes, I said earlier that I thought about doing a reading from my first self-published novel, Aggravation, but I don't think I could do it tonight. I think I'd hum and ah and miss words too much, but I might do it another night, and I'll just put a little sign up here somewhere there. Yeah, well, that's a lot different to SAS and the Special Forces. Yeah, that's a lot different to Special Forces. But good luck to them. Congratulations to them. Yeah, it's not a so-called man's world anymore. Well, it never really was. I've never heard such a more ridiculous saying. It's a man's world. It must have been made by a complete arrogant, ignorant nincompoop. Yeah, a man's world. But still, there's a lot of men who think that women are second class. But then again, they're just plain idiots. Women can do anything a man can do, and sometimes better. And of course they can have children. So there's really nothing that a man can do that a woman can't. It's an equal world, yes, but they don't get equal pay. They do the same job, but they don't get equal pay. Well, that's what it's like here in Australia. It's not all the cases, of course, but in some cases women get less than men when they're doing the same job. I don't think what sex you are, what age you are, if you're doing the same job as an adult or a man, you deserve to get paid the same money. You're still doing the same work. But could you imagine all the McDonald's and all these fast food franchises that closed down overnight if they had to pay full wages to these young people? Yeah, they take advantage of them. Get these school kids who want to earn a bit of extra money, or university students who want to earn a bit of extra money, and they pay them a lousy few dollars an hour. It's not right. But that's what they rely on. It's like all these designer running shoes, like Nike and others. You know, all those shoes are made over in sweatshops in Taiwan or Korea or India or Pakistan and those sort of places, and where people get paid about 10 cents an hour. You know? It's not right. Even Apple does the same thing. It gets stuff manufactured overseas. So no wonder they make billions of profit every year. So I don't think Microsoft does. I think Microsoft's got its own factory where it turns out all its software. But how much would it cost to turn out a software to press it, actually? What would it cost? A few cents? Something like Windows 10, or it might take a lot of money to develop it. But the software itself probably stamped out for a few cents. But you go and buy any of the software, it'll cost you an arm and a leg. They can't lose. Where would the world be without Microsoft? The DOS operating system that's based on. We'd have none of this. Yeah, people are trying to change things all the time. They're trying to change it as much as the weather changes. But, oh well, you've got to try, haven't you? Yes, you must try these things. But sometimes change is not for the better. I can say on one hand that the time I grew up was a better time, but on the other hand, it wasn't. When I was growing up, we didn't have all this sort of technology, of course. And but look what we have now. You know, in the last 20 years, technology's gone ahead in a quantum leap. But how far can it go? It's not finite. It can't keep going on forever. There's got to be a point where it has to end. You know, you can make processors faster and faster and capable of storing more data, but it's got to be finite. Thank you, Sarah Jane. I will be paid the compliment. Yeah. I mean, do you ever think about that? You know, we take our computers and our mobile phones and other devices for granted, but they just can't keep cramming more and more memory into these things. Make it smaller and make it bigger as well. It's got to be finite. There comes a time when you just can't go any further. It's like the cosmos. You know, the cosmos is not infinite. It is actually finite. There is actually if you travel the depths of the cosmos, you'll eventually come to just black matter. There's nothing there. But it's quickly being taken over by the expansion of the cosmos. Or so I read, anyhow. That's interesting stuff, isn't it? Oh, look at the little cookie with the beanie and the smile. Oh, isn't that cute? That's real cute, Sarah. Or is it a muffin? No, that was very cute. Makes me hungry looking at it. Yes, I often think about the cosmos and what's out there. Billions and billions of galaxies and stars just like our sun. Oh, it's a cake. Oh, it's lovely. It's a lovely cake. You know, and if we are foolish enough here on Earth to think we are the only ones in the cosmos, I think we're being ignorant. Yeah. There's got to be other life elsewhere. I'm not saying it's human life. It could be a parasite. It could be a virus. It could be a plant life. Who knows? But there's got to be life out there in the far reaches of the cosmos. But unless we can travel at the speed of light, or we are able to create a continuum, you know, folding time and space over together, where we just jump from one spot to another, like Stargate, we'll never get out of our solar system. It's going to take 6 months to get to Mars on these manned missions. 6 months. Imagine being cooped up in a spacecraft for 6 months. And they're not supposed to be coming back, from what I read. It's a one-way journey. What is it? It's over, what is it? I can't remember how far Mars is from Earth. In distance, that is. Malware and I got anti-malware on here. Malware bite. Something pops up instead of block something. It's always doing that, which is good to know. Yeah. Going to Mars. It's going to take 6 months. Well, I'm glad it's them and not me. I couldn't stand being cooped up in something as small as a spacecraft for 6 months. What is my wife called? My wife. No, her name's Gail. G-A-I-L. I was only being a little, just a little light-hearted levity there, Sarah. Yeah. Yes, Gail. And as I said, she's probably fast asleep in her favourite chair right now. And I don't think it's going to be long before I go to bed, because I'm feeling very, very tired. And are you married, Sarah? What is your husband called? Husband. Yes. So really, it is, yes, thank you. Yes, it is a lovely name. She's a lovely lady. We've been married nearly 42 years. Yeah. Another, June 15. 42 years. Where has the time gone? It should go so quickly. So, what's the weather like over in the UK at the moment, Sarah? I imagine it'd be pretty cold. It's not cold here. No. Now it's dropped down to 24 degrees C in my shed office, which is 75 Fahrenheit. But it's nice outside. It's a lovely night. Everyone's gone quiet. It's hard to continue with a broadcast unless people start. Oh, is it? Due to snow tomorrow. Sunday, yeah. Do you like the snow? My wife and I used to live on the top of the Blue Mountains, which is about 100 kilometres west of Sydney, which is the capital of New South Wales. Not the capital of Australia, as some folk used to think. Canberra's the capital of Australia. Sydney is the capital of New South Wales. I just threw that in just in case people wondered. Yes, we used to live about 100 kilometres west of Sydney, top of the Blue Mountains, and it snowed there during the winter. I didn't like the snow. It looked lovely on the trees, on the pine trees, and the snow on the nettles, but it was the big thaw, you know, when it all thawed out and became sloppy and muddy and mushy. No, I didn't like it at all. It always made the roads treacherous, because I had to drive from Blackheath to Lithgow to work. So you had to always be careful of black ice. See, because there was a lot of coal trucks in the Lithgow area, this very fine dust comes off out of the trucks, and it freezes with the water, and it's called black ice, and you can't see it. You know, it just looks like the bitumen, but when you hit it, you got no control of your vehicle. Yeah, so you always have to drive very carefully if you value your life. Well, I'm going to have to, well, I've been broadcasting for an hour, so I think I'm about time I call it a night. I am very tired, but I'll be back tomorrow. Yes, well, some places, was it New York City, only a few weeks ago, had a tremendous dumping of snow. I think it virtually shut the city down. No, it's not. I don't care if I never see snow again, except on television or in a movie. You know, speaking of movies, I watched one of the all-time classic movies, Jaws, directed by Stephen King. Steven Spielberg. See, I am tired. I'm starting to say silly things. I've got to go. Yes, it's still good, even after, what, 1975 it came out. It was the highest grossing movie of all time until Star Wars came out in 1977 or 76. Yeah, and you spelled it right. Congratulations, Sarah. A lot of people spell it G-A-L-E, as in the wind. Thank you for that. Or G-A-Y-L-E. I got a friend on Facebook who's always spelling her name G-A-L-E, and I've told her time and time again it's G-A-I-L. So thank you. Yeah, well, you have a good night too. And I will say hello to Gail on your behalf. And I'm going to call it a night, folks. Yeah, I'm too tired. I'm making silly mistakes, and that's because my brain's shutting down. And I'm just going to end up making a fool of myself. Alright, listen everyone, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back. I might do a broadcast tomorrow afternoon around 4. And then I can say happy birthday to my friend in California, if she pops in. But if not, I'll be back about 10 o'clock at night, if I can think of anything to talk about. But I've just filled in an hour and 2 minutes. I haven't done too bad. Okay, everyone, thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now, adios, so long, farewell, and adieu. Bye, folks. Have a good one.